Alright, same thing. Um, Chapter 5, magnetic tape recording, magnetic tape recorder, reproduce electronics. After completion of this chapter, you'll be able to do the following state 2 type of recorder, reproduce electronics. Using magnetic tape recorder, track record electronics, four main parts of the recorder track, record component, describe the function direct, reproduce electronics, three main parts of the recorder track, reproduce colors, describe the function, frequency modulation, record electronics, and three main parts of the frequency modulation, record components. Describe the function of frequency modulation and reproduce electronics, four parts of the record's FM record component. Record and reproduce electronics. There are two ways of the record reproduce analog signal. The first way is the residual record, also called amplitude modulation electronics. The second way is frequency modulation. Even though the record reproduce circuits are much different, but the frequency modulation reproduce electronics, they are both share the two very simple important job, but they both must take input signal velocity is needed with the record magnet head for reproduction, reproducing the reproduce magnet head process is needed output and listening analyst. Direct recording electronics record input onto the magnetic media as the signals appear with the recorder's input. The only processing input signal to receive the adding the bias signal. The added bias signal makes the signals save with the steps of the magnetism curve. Figure 5 1 show the basic block diagram recorder's direct record electronics. Input signal input amplifier circuit, summing network head driver circuit of the magnetic head and data bias source. Direct reading electronics are four main parts. The input preamplifier circuit with the circuit the input signal that amplifies the sensitive summing network bias with the impedance to making with the source of the input signal with the magnetic tape recorder. Bias with the circuit generating the high frequency bias signal that is sensitive to the summing network. Normally the frequency of the bias signal they had will be 5 to 10 times higher than the highest frequency with the tape recorder can record. Summing network, the network takes the input signal with the bias signal that makes them in some of the resulting signal the head driver circuit. The head driver circuit the circuit takes the signal from the summing network and applies in some of the record head from the recording. Direct reproducing electronics, amplify very weak input signal the reproduce head and send them out the listing and analyze the needed figure 5 to show the basic block diagram of the direct reproduce for electronics. Magnetic head preamplifier circuit, equalization phase circuit, control circuit, correction circuit, and output amplifier circuit. Direct reproducing electronics into three main parts. Preamplifier circuit, the circuit takes the very weak produce signal the reproduce head with the end. A amplifies the signal removed with the end of the bias signal that use the direct of the recording process sends the signal to the equalizing phase current circuit. Two equalizing phase correction circuit. The circuit takes the preamplified signal fixes aim with the frequency response problem to reproduce the magnetic head that may have been caught with a better understanding. Look at the voltage frequency response with the graph. Figure 5.3 top of the graph show the input signal comes from the preamplifier. Bottom of the show equalization signal generated with the equalizing circuit at the top of the part of the graph. On how the output voltage level vary with the frequency signal vary. This isn't good. A good output of the voltage level is one that remains constant with the frequency chain of the equalizing signal. The correct problem note for the input signal of the equalizing signal are combined with the chain cancel with each other out. This allows a nice flat voltage frequency response output signal to go to the output amplifier circuit. The voltage frequency for resulting output signal to the output preamplifier equalizing signal. 3. The output amplifier circuit with the circuit to take the signal of the equalization phase of the correction circuit amplifies it for output of the match with the magnetic recording impedance the output of the device used for the listening and recording. Frequency modulation recording electronic frequency modulation recording or FM recording electronics process the signal record differently with the direct recording electronics. Instead of the recording input signal that just as appear with the recording input of the FM records electronic the input signal vary and modulate with the carrier frequency of the recorder oscillate the frequency modulate with the output with the record the oscillator then becomes the signal of the actual recording of the onto the magnetic media. Figure 5 show the block diagram of the FM recording electronics. Input signal input with the preamplifier circuit of the recorder oscillator circuit with the head drive circuit with the magnetic head. The frequency modulating electronic consists of three main parts: input preamplifier circuit the management recorder and preamplify the input signal of the recorder oscillator circuit with the generator the carrier signal on which the input signal will be modulated. The input signal vary is used to vary frequency modulation carrier signal. This is how to input the frequency modulated on the carrier the output signal with the frequency modulating carrier with the carrier frequency carrier depends on two things: the bandwidth signal you're recording and the media under which you're recording. The magnetic carrier frequency can be low to 1.6 down 1.68 kilohertz having tape speed or 178 inches per second of a high 900 kilohertz or 120 inches per second. It drives circuit with the circuit the frequency modulated output with the record with the influence of the magnetic head recording level of the circuit below the magnetic saturation point of the magnetic media. Frequency modulation produces the electrons. The FM per electrons that just like directed reproduce electrons with 1% FM reproduce electron first modulate originally for the carrier signal form. The intelligence can be set the output device listening as your 5 just black screen of the FM reproduce electrons magnetic flash circle the limiter of the modulation of the pass for the output amplifier. The frequency modulation reproduce electronics in the form amplifiers are take accumulators carrier from the reproduce head that implies a limited modulator circuit that can the output of the preamplifier stabilizes it amplitude level of the modulator and carrier frequency. 3 lower pass filters for the circuit takes the signal eligible limiter demodulator circuit cleans any with the no left over the carrier signal amplifier circuit take for the output lower pass filter amplifies it for output that manages for the input of the magnet according to the output device. Alright, Chapter 5 summary.